Does Nashville even have a wintertime? Yeah, we do. We have one, and we're about to have one. Maybe. If you listen to the weather forecast of what's supposed to happen in just 2 days from now, you'll think we're having an Armageddon snowstorm. We might. We might not. Let's talk about it. I'm going to share with you what winter is like here, a few tips on how to be ready for it, and I'm going to show you some pictures of a phenomenal snow we just had a couple days ago. And I think you're going to want to see those. Really pretty pictures. Nashville does have winter, and if you've watched any of my videos before, you know I've talked about the fact that we normally have our most snow, if we're going to have any at all, maybe 2 or 3 times a year. Typically it comes in February, right around Valentine's, and of course as soon as I say that, it made a liar out of me, because January 15th of this year we had a record snow. We had a record snowstorm. We had in my area 6 inches of snow. Now typically in Nashville the snowfall is around 4.5 or so inches annually, and we had in one day 6 inches. It was glorious. So be sure to stick around. I've got a lot of pictures for you to show you. It was wonderful. We have forecasted for this coming weekend another huge storm, which is why so many of my customers who are here looking at homes today are leaving town tomorrow in preparation of not hitting that snowstorm. You're going to have to check with me to find out whether we actually had it or not. But today I'm going to share with you a few tips to be ready. If you're newcomers to the Nashville area, you need to know how to be ready for our winter. And if you're thinking about coming to Nashville, you might want to see what that one's like too. First tip. All of your outside water spigots need to be covered up. There's what's a little igloo, and it's a styrofoam thing, and you attach it to the outdoor spigot. But frankly, if you don't have those, or if you wait till the snow is scheduled, and there's going to be a lot of people looking, you might run out of these at the hardware store or Home Depot. This works just as well. Grab yourself one of these giant freezer bags. Get a kitchen towel. Wrap the kitchen towel around the spigot, tight as you can, and then zip lock this freezer bag over it. You're just trying to create some insulation so that if there's any water left in that spigot, it's not going to freeze and cause problems in your house. In addition to that, be sure to leave open any cabinet doors that are exposed to outside walls. Be sure to leave those cabinet doors open so that they can get the heat from inside the house, and leave a little bit of a drip running. You just don't want water in the lines to freeze and expand, and once they thaw, they're going to cause you a big problem. It's probably just a good idea to change the batteries in your smoke detectors. Go ahead and blow out the irrigation outside. If you happen to have an irrigation system, go ahead and blow that out too. Have it winterized so you don't have to worry about freezing those pipes. One more thing to be sure to do is have your gutters cleaned out. One of the problems we often have is ice that maybe accumulates in the gutters. Well, if you've got ice that accumulates in the gutters, then any snowfall or anything that's going to back up to that is going to have water get up underneath the eaves. So be sure to have your gutters all cleaned out with a good fall cleanup. We have so many great trees that a fall cleanup is really necessary so that wintertime doesn't wreak havoc on your house. Just a few things. One last suggestion, be sure to close any external vents that you have so that you're not heating the outdoors. And you're not promoting maybe rodents or things to try to go into your crawl space and spend the winter with you. Okay, it's always good to be prepared. And one of the things that I always have in my car trunk is a box of things that you might need for some wintertime help. A blanket. These hot hands really keep your hands warm. It's amazing. Those are great. Just keep them packaged. You may never need them, but boy, you'll be glad you had it when you did. Jumper cables, and then a really good scraper for your car, because you just never know when you're going to come outside a couple hours later and have snow or ice all over your windshield. A couple of umbrellas, never hurt anything. Not sure why this is here. Pair of gloves, extra. And this is a really heavy-duty car charger. plus the things you need for your own car, a cell phone. But you know, there's nothing more scary than to be stranded with no battery. You can't let anybody know where you're coming from or going to, or where you're stuck on the side of the road. So these things just stepped in your car. May never need them, but when you do, boy, you're gonna be happy you had them. If you want to know what it's like to prepare like a Nashvillian when you're expecting a snowpocalypse, then stick with me. Beginning yesterday, and that would have been Thursday, we had some alarms going off. Expect snow either to begin Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, or maybe not at all. We're expecting 0 to 85 inches. Stock up on the necessities. Expect a beautiful weekend full of snow or absolutely nothing at all. But what we Nashvillians do is obviously head off to Kroger. And unfortunately, the grocery stores were already a little low on their stock. Now, bread, milk. What is it about people? When you think you're going to be stuck in your car, you need bread, milk, snacks, and beer. Or wine. Thankfully, our grocery stores now stock wine. That's something new. Nashville is no longer a little podunk city. Oh, and because everybody always asks me, Nashville has Aldi's. We also have Whole Foods. We have Kroger. We have Fresh Market. We've got a lot of the places that people from all over the country are used to having. We've got those, and we've got more. I forgot to mention, actually, the best grocery is Publix, and their bakery is wonderful. Plus, get some of the fresh pizza dough. It's $1. Make it at home. So good. The best thing you can do when we plan a Nashville event is stay off the roads. Truly, there's probably ice, and you cannot drive on ice safely. Stay home, grab the trash can lid, have some fun sledding, and if you want more information about Nashville weather, what to expect, our pests, check out some of these videos. See you soon.